Good evening. I said good evening. My name is Larry Knight, and I am a Stanton teacher. I'm also one of two name callers for tonight's ceremony. I'm grateful to have been given this opportunity for so many years to serve as one of the name callers of Stanton College Preparatory School's commencement ceremony. It's an honor to watch our students, some of whom that I've taught for 4 straight years, reach a major milestone in their academic and life's journey. It's a moving experience for them and for me and for my colleagues. That being said, tonight, we'd like to treat this ceremony as the solemn occasion that it is. The names are going to be called in rapid succession. These students have worked tirelessly over the last 4 years, and we ask that you hold your applause until the end so that each student can have the opportunity to hear their name called as they so deserve. So please, on behalf of Stanton's administration, teaching staff, faculty, and the students who are about to come out tonight to receive their diplomas, we ask that you observe the solemnity of the occasion by holding your applause. We also apologize for the delay. The weather's really bad tonight, and we're trying to wait until all of our graduates and their families have entered into the arena before we begin. So we, again, humbly ask for your patience. Thank you.
welcome parents, relatives, friends, guests, and honored seniors to the 2019 commencement ceremony of Stanton College Preparatory School. Please stand for the processional and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and the national anthem.
Good afternoon. My name is Jack Kelly, and I am president of the class of 2019. It is my pleasure to welcome each of you to Stanton College Preparatory School's commencement exercises for the 2019 graduating class.
And I am Caitlin Wiegert, the treasurer of the senior class. I would like to direct your attention to the flag of the United States and ask for all of you to join us in the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the national anthem, which will be led by Stanton's choir. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Good afternoon, everyone. It is an honor to be participating in today's graduation exercises. It is among the most significant and solemn events conducted within the academic world. This ceremony has roots that can be traced back to the 1300s. This is a unique celebration in which a faculty attests that its students have fulfilled those academic standards established for the awarding of diplomas. It is especially appropriate, therefore, that this commencement ceremony begins with a special recognition for the Stanton faculty and staff who have dedicated their lives to sharing ideas, insights, and experiences with their students. Some of our faculty are seated on the floor with us, and others are behind the stage, working in the wings, so to speak. But each of them deserve recognition. Would our faculty please stand and be recognized? Thank you, teachers. You may be seated. The completion of our years in school would not have been possible without the sacrifices, support, and the understanding of our families. For all that you have done to make this day a reality, the graduating class would like to say thank you. Would the families of the graduating class please stand and be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated.
At this special time, it is both an honor and a privilege to introduce our platform guests. Please hold your applause until all of our guests have been introduced. Platform guests, please stand and remain standing until everyone on your row has been introduced. On the front row to my left are Mrs. Nangongama Majova Siani, Principal of Stanton College Preparatory School. Dr. Diana Green, Superintendent of Schools. The Honorable Darrell Willey, Member of the Duval County School Board, District 4. Ms. Tracy Davis, Representative, Florida House of Representatives, District 13. Mr. Kenneth Reddick, Executive Director of High Schools. And Ms. Michelle Floyd Hatcher, Executive Director of Turnaround Schools. And we have Councilman Dan Becton. Thank you. You may be seated. On the back row to my left, we have Mrs. Janet Allen, Chairperson, Stanton School Advisory Council, and parent of a Stanton senior. We have Mrs. Cassia Brunner, President of Stanton Parent-Teacher Student Association and a parent of a Stanton senior. And we have, where is he? And we have Mr. Fagan, Principal of Julia Landon Middle School. Thank you. You may be seated.
Wait, you skipped these.
Oh, wait, they're not here.
Ms. Sheehan and Ms. Sheehan.
We also have Mrs. Erica Sheehan, Stanton teacher and National Honor Society sponsor, and Mr. Larry Knight, Stanton teacher and name announcer for graduation. Thank you. You may be seated.
On the front row to my right are Jack Kelly, president of the senior class, Caitlin Wiegert, treasurer of the senior class, Christina Liao, valedictorian of the senior class, and Brian Tu, salutatorian of the senior class. Thank you. You may be seated. On the back row to my right are Catherine Wall, Stanton senior and 2019 commencement speaker, Mr. Matthew Hempel, Stanton assistant principal, Mr. Michael Kerr, Stanton assistant principal, Mrs. Nora Betancourt, Stanton teacher and National Honor Society sponsor, and Miss Lauren Burke, Stanton teacher and name announcer for graduation. Thank you. You may be seated. And I'm Caroline Rogers, historian of the class of 2019, and this is Abdullah Kakar, secretary of our class.
We are very pleased that our guests have joined us this afternoon to honor our graduates. Please give them another round of applause.
Good evening. My name is Brian Tu, and I'm the salutatorian of the class of 2019. It is with great pleasure that I stand before you tonight and an honor to introduce your valedictorian, Christina Liao. Throughout her 4 years here, she's dreamt far and demonstrated her unique ability to bring those dreams to life. She aims for the stars, not just with her tennis racket, but with her ambition, and she isn't afraid to bring others up with her. She embodies humility, but is, nonetheless, a manifestation of Stanton's very heart and soul. It's nearly impossible to overlook her passion for both her studies and simply helping others out. Part of the winning team of National Kratom in her freshman year, she's been making strides ever since she first stepped foot on campus. I'm glad to have known her over these years and even prouder to introduce her. I present to you a Latin scholar, tennis athlete, caring friend, and self-proclaimed consumer of the most testing mints. Please give a warm welcome to the class of 2019 valedictorian, Christina Liao.
Thank you, Brian. It is really my honor to be introduced by someone so intelligent, so talented, and so good at making macarons. Sorry. Good evening, friends, parents, siblings who were forced to be here, teachers, administrators, and most importantly, the class of 2019. And for many of you, thank you for braving the hail and the rain to be here today. It is always a special sight to see our whole class together in one place. And I just want to say that I think we all look pretty great today, wearing these giant tablecloths with armholes and these square hats with these really annoying dangly things. Honestly, I don't know why I'm here. And I don't mean that in a philosophical sense, like, why am I here on this earth? I just mean, I don't know why I'm the one standing here at this podium right now. A machine crunched the numbers and quite arbitrarily picked me to be here. So I don't believe I am more deserving to be here. but I am grateful for this opportunity to say some very important thank yous. I'll get the boring ones out of the way first. To my mom, my dad, and my uncle, thank you for everything, and thank you for not being bad at cooking. To my brother, Alan, thanks for always giving me the best advice, and thank you for finally getting that haircut. And to my friends, you guys are crazy for still sticking with me and supporting me, even though I say and do a lot of stuff that doesn't make any sense. Next, I want to extend a huge thank you to Mrs. Majova, the assistant principals, our support staff, and the parents that just come to help out. I'll never forget Mrs. Majova hand-delivering fried chicken to the tennis teams at districts, or Miss Michelle, somewhere out there, giving me the biggest hug after I lost my finals match. And especially to our teachers, guidance counselors, and our one IB coordinator, who have definitely had to deal with us the most. Thank you for caring as much as you do. Thank you for being so compassionate and so thoughtful, whether that was through taking the time to write all your students a handwritten letter, or simply giving us advice or asking us how our days went. A wise person once said, "Teachers are like your parents. They teach you a lot of stuff and care about you, and sometimes you ignore them. But they also don't have the annoying responsibilities of being a parent, like cooking for you and yelling at you to go to bed." That wise person is me. I wrote that this morning. Thanks, teachers. Finally, to the class of 2019. During my elementary school graduation, I thanked my class for all the, quote, super fun and awesome memories. I'd like to think my vocabulary has improved somewhat after taking 4 years of English classes at Stanton. So now I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you all for the really dope and sweet memes. I can't believe I wrote that. The most fun and most meaningful experience I've had at Stanton has been being a part of this class. But I actually almost didn't end up here with you all. In the spring of 8th grade, I had my heart set on going to a different school, but then in a very fortunate stroke of luck, I came across an advertisement on Instagram to see the 2015 multi-show. I was bored, and it sounded cool, so I begged my dad to drive me to Stanton, and I found myself in the very back row of the audience for Cirque du Multi. The show was great, as always. The finale arrived, and Pitbull's Time of Our Lives started playing. And then I started tearing up, and it was in that moment that I knew I had to be at Stanton and be a part of this class. While you might find this hard to believe, it was not Pitbull's lyrical genius that made me so emotional. Sorry. It was the energy in the room during that finale. In the midst of that dark auditorium, it seemed to me like I was witnessing a supernova, an explosion of excitement and celebration. The lights were shining just so brilliantly on the people on stage, dancing, cheering for their friends, and just being there in that moment for each other. It was an energy that was so electric and so palpable. It was infectious. It reverberated in every inch of my body. It made me want to just get up and do something and be a part of something. It felt like something wonderfully collaborative. It felt like a diverse community that I could call home. And now the lights shine brilliantly on all of us. Although I've only taken part in one multi-performance, it has been my distinct privilege to be in the audience with you all, for not just multi, but for pep rallies, Winterfest, all those mandatory class meetings, one acts, Miss Stanton, band concerts, countless expressionist open mics, and most recently, baccalaureate. And I haven't forgotten about sports games, I just didn't go to any. But every time I am in the audience, surrounded by all of you, I feel that same energy that drew me here in the first place. Class of 2019, you have truly embodied this spirit of collaboration and support for one another. I would not have wanted to be a part of any other community for the past 4 years. You guys are my people. And I am so, so proud of all of you. But that doesn't matter, because you should all be proud of yourselves. If, for example, you ever made a high score on a test, or just did better than you thought you would, if you ever asked a really thoughtful question in class, or made a great joke, if you ever went through some deep crap and still managed to turn your homework in, or just showed up to school. As we enter our adult years, I hope you always remember to be proud of yourselves. You deserve to be excited about your future. You deserve to be confident in your abilities. You deserve to be kinder to yourself, to encourage yourself, and know that you can do it. Do that thing you've always wanted to do, but also do something for the world and the people around you. Just as Pitbull was the catalyst for my time at Stanton, I'd like to end by quoting one of Pitbull's lines in Time of Our Lives, which is an example of circular structure. Guess I have learned something in English. He very wisely said, "Every day above ground is a great day. Remember that." So have fun and enjoy yourselves today and every day. Congratulations, class of 2019. I'm not done. Thank you. Our reign is only beginning. Thank you.
Thank you, Christina. We are all very proud of you and your many accomplishments. At this time, the Stanton Band, under the direction of Mr. Galen Peters, will play Lindbergh Variations.
Thank you, Mr. Peters and members of the band for that beautiful selection. The senior class at Stanton College Preparatory chooses to have a student-led graduation ceremony. We don't invite the traditional commencement speaker. Instead, after a careful selection process, one of our own seniors is chosen to deliver the commencement address. It is with great pleasure that I am able to introduce our next speaker, who is one of the smartest and most hardworking people I've met, while at the same time being incredibly fun and silly. I'm certain you will enjoy her touching speech. Our commencement speaker this year is Katie Wall.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, and to my fellow 2019 graduates. We did it. Today we achieve a hard-won milestone, high school graduation. And more than a milestone, today is a rite of passage, pomp and circumstance marking a significant step towards adulthood. To wrap our minds around this, I ask you to take just a moment to think about another recent rite of passage, getting your driver's license. Why did you get it? Maybe it was your own goal, or maybe it was someone else's goal for you. No matter why you got it, who had the privilege of teaching you? How did that go? I could ask you similar questions about coming to Stanton. When we first stepped foot on campus 4 years ago, we were probably coming for different reasons. Whatever they were, I don't think anyone knew exactly what we were getting ourselves into. Sure, we knew that there would be sleepless nights, what felt like 100 tests during May, and times where it seemed impossible that we were going to walk across this stage. While we realized the challenge that Stanton posed, I don't think any of us quite realized the impact that Stanton would have on our lives. At Stanton, we found peers who understood the exact struggle we were going through, and teachers who guided us in and beyond the classroom. It is also where we found great friends, even best friends, who brought meaning to the whole experience. It is the place where the buzz of a pep rally lasted all day, and where we walked through the halls with pride when we are lucky enough to win. A place where we are allowed to grow our talents without being celebrated. It is a place that will always be remembered, not because we went there for what seemed like eternity, but because of the lessons and skills that it has taught us. We have learned how to study for a test the morning of, how to write an IA in a night, and how to pass AP and IB exams with the limited amount of knowledge that we actually retained. We have also learned that storming the gym floor after getting fourth is way more fun than actually winning the pep rally, and that there are never, ever, ever any activity buses on Friday. More importantly, though, we have learned how to come together in moments of heartbreak, how to extend a helping hand, and how to be confident in our own talents and capabilities. These are the lessons that are far more important than our GPA or class rank. These are the reasons that made Stanton worthwhile, the foundation that it has created that will help us to succeed in the pursuit of our next milestone. With all of that almost behind us, we have time for one last vocabulary word. Today is not just graduation. It is our commencement. Think about that word for a second. Commencement. It's not about looking back. When we commence something, we begin. So among all of the celebrating and reminiscing that comes with today, I hope you will hold on to the idea that these last 4 years have really been about getting us to the beginning. New beginnings are often marked by rites of passage. Sure, I have fond memories and funny stories about learning to drive, but learning to drive was never the point. It was just the beginning. I learned to drive because I have places I want to go and things I want to do. I came to Stanton for those same reasons, because I have places I want to go and things I want to do. It's our time, Blue Devils. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Whether AP or IB, a mathlete or an athlete, we all share one common thing: being able to say that we did it. We walked into Stanton 1,373 days ago as bright-eyed freshmen who hadn't yet learned the honor code, didn't know the importance of coffee, and were too scared to miss a day. We are now walking out, commencing, as young adults who have earned the license to do great things. Well, let me dial that back a little. College will be like having a restricted license. After all, we won't be completely on our own. But make no mistake about it. We've been prepared to go great places and to do great things. We've been prepared to do that at one of the best high schools in the United States. I think that should inspire us, but also leave us with a sense of responsibility. What did you get out of Stanton? I know I got a lot. Now we are at commencement. What are we going to begin to do with all that Stanton has given us? This is not an unimportant question. Our families, our future families, our community are all counting on us. In some ways, it's a mess out there. I take comfort knowing that Stanton has licensed each of you for greatness. And maybe the 2019 Stanton Blue Devil is the best model they've ever produced. Let's take the keys and do great things. As we embark on our next journey in life, I leave you with one last piece of advice. Make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. Congratulations, class of 2019.
You look beautiful. Thank you so much, Katie, for your witty and yet inspirational ways. And Katie did say, make it a great day. The choice is yours. Make it a great life. The choice is yours. I would like to take this opportunity to sing praises for the group of students seated before me. The class of 2019 has been accepted to colleges in over 35 states and 2 countries. This class has earned over $25 million in merit scholarships. This class has 16 members who have been recognized by one of the National Merit Scholarship Programs. Quite an impressive accomplishment, wouldn't you say? Many of our students are wearing sashes, stoles, and cords, which represent various honor societies and organizations. The designation is noted in the program, and we want to commend each of you for earning them through the requirements established. We have 2 programs of study at Stanton, the honors program and the IB program. The students in the honors program have completed a minimum of 7 AP courses. They have all taken exams produced by the College Board, and successful completion will ensure advanced standing at the college or university level. Students in the IB program have completed the rigorous IB curriculum, which includes exams in 6 key subject areas, 150 hours, a 4,000-word extended essay, and a theory of knowledge course. In order to earn the IB diploma, each student must successfully complete exams in 6 key subject areas. Diploma recipients will be announced in July, and these students will be honored with a special ceremony in December at the University of North Florida. The hard work and determination of all these students has resulted in Stanton being ranked number 5 in the nation. With that, must I add, that means #1 high school in the state of Florida. At this time, honor students, will you please rise and be recognized? Thank you very much. You may be seated. IB diploma candidates, will you please rise and be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, I would like to welcome Dr. Diana Green, Superintendent of Schools, to join me at the podium. Seniors, please rise. Dr. Green, I am proud to present to you Stanton College Preparatory School Class of 2019. Each student here assembled has completed all requirements as prescribed by Duval County School Board, as well as the state of Florida, and is hereby entitled to receive a high school diploma.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Florida and the Duval County School Board, I pronounce upon those of you who have completed the necessary requirements, graduates of the Duval County school system, and confer upon each of you all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Class of 2019, congratulations. Graduates, please be seated.
Members of the audience, the names of the graduates will be called in rapid succession. It is important, extremely important, that everyone remain quiet, holding your applause until all the names of the graduates have been called. Members of the senior class, when your individual name is called, please come forward.
Caitlin Joelle Abarquez.
Andrew Austin Abuhalka.
Farhad Alchikzeh.
Yausha Lagosin Asio.
Lainey Elizabeth Acker.
Neil Odke.
Ryan Stephen Adamzak.
Amar Adilovich.
Muna Safi Ahmed.
Hiba Zahid Asan.
Zerubbabel Altea Alaro.
Erin Michelle Elish.
Jibin Chimpathanam Alex.
Daniel Robert Alexander.
Kelnet Solera Alforque.
Henry Rogan Allen.
Grace Ann Amick.
Aditi Ramesh Babu Anna.
Morgan Renee Anthony.
Gina Camille Armenteros.
Aubrey Madison Arms Johns.
Sydney Nicole Arms.
Anna Rama Arun Xavier.
Natalia Sophia Arzola.
Afreen Ashraf.
Luke Marcelo Asuncion.
Anissa Bajwa.
Tanusri Bandaru.
Donald Patrick Barrett III.
Zane Colin Boudreau.
Lauren Lynn Beckton.
Christy Ann Beeman.
Karthik Belthor.
Savannah Marie Benedict.
Jasmine Sapphire Bent.
Savin Hitesh Bula.
Rithika Shravya Bikavilli.
Majesty Manaya Bizda.
Rachel Jennifer Batutsky.
Roy Maxine Blizzard.
Melissa Babia.
Andres Emilio Borge.
Jordan Michael Bowen.
Sarah Elizabeth Branley.
Brianna Sade Brooks.
Alyssa Nicole Brown.
Hannah Mackenzie Brown.
Nikolai Felton Brown.
Kaya Chanel Brown.
Isabella Liana Brunner.
Christina Sarah Bucher.
Jayanth Reddy Buddha.
Tia Nicole Butler.
Tatiana Isabel Caballero.
Sally Jane Calhoun.
Josephine Elizabeth Caparini.
Joseph Michael Carbonara IV.
Madison Cameron Cardozo.
Zara Vladimir Casado.
Thomas Albert Chown III.
Maxine Jane Christie.
Portia Zandria Coates.
Quinn Everest Conrad.
Irina Dana Maria Crivinanu.
Elissa May de la Cruz Cronologia.
Francesca Coral de Lugdug.
Courtney Marie Dantzler.
Carrie Raymond Derilis.
Onijah Nicole Davis.
James Gregory Dawson.
Kylie Bridget Deering.
Brandon David Data.
Lance Adriel de la Luna.
Jonathan Kabaling Delaney.
Priscilla Alden Dang.
Charmy Desai.
Andre Thomas Detman.
Luke Gova DeVos.
Brian Joseph Dickinson.
Dalton Dillard.
Karis Harold Jakunu.
Sage Kiera Douglas.
Joseph Tomas Dre.
Salma Nicole Drew.
Vincent Arthur Duarte.
Jacob Scott Elder.
Lucas Matthew Enoch.
Piper Enriquez.
Josh Delon Calusin Escandor.
Erica Virginia Espinosa.
Caroline Marie Esquierdo.
Rachel Elizabeth Estanislao.
Sarah Isabel Eva.
John Andrew Fiella.
Francesca Nicoletta Fedorka.
Lucas Enrique Filietti.
Ricky Alexander Flores.
Amanda Kate Forbes.
Danielle Sophia Forbes.
Bracilla B. Ford.
Finn Davis Forrest.
Candace Alexis Frederick.
Anaya Alexia Freeman.
Andreas Richard Jacob Freiberger.
Iman Abdel Fattah Gabal.
Mary Michelle Joy Gary.
Viha Gatulapali.
Lydia Helen Gabrasadik.
Christy Gutierrez Gentolia.
Justin Lee Genus.
Devin Lynn Gohagan.
Emmett Dupree Gideon,
Akil Bhushan Godboll,
Jake Allen Gould,
Sophie Rose Greco,
Elizabeth Cecilia Gritch,
Victoria Ann Guadagnino,
Betsabeth Lopez Guerrero,
Alvin Gerard Gunyon, Jacob
McLeese Hagg,
Shalom Peace Hairston,
Fabian Lewis Hamilton,
Natasha Soo-Jung Han,
Nova Yesman Hawk,
Sharia Opal Hawk,
Mia Marguerite Harrington,
Ainsley Lone Hart,
Reagan Mackenzie Hatcher,
Brevin Connor Heaton,
Lily Michelle Hernandez,
Miko Dino Hernandez,
Magdalene Victoria Herrera,
Rami Hossam Hussein,
Keithan James Higginbotham,
Rebecca Lalalimpui Huanting,
Kira Nerese Hogarty,
Jessica Aaron Holthauser,
Janisha Valente Hose,
Logan Daniel Hauser,
Bettina Bridges Huang,
Jesse Ronald Huffman,
Nathan Robert Hughes,
Cameron Carter Hurdle,
Ridwan Mohammed Hussein,
Rafe Jamal,
Yu Hun Jun,
Noel Jessen,
Ariane Jha,
Ricky Jen,
Kamara Victoria Johnson,
Christian Sincere Johnson,
Sebastian Daniel Jewell,
Angela Romana Cobbling,
Amra Kaidich,
Teresa Nungrong Kalau,
Ragaram Kanti Kumar,
Shavithya Karthikeyan,
Amina Katana,
Adil Mustafa Kadir,
Alana Janelle Kellam,
Sebastian McKay Kinney,
Natalie Catherine Kerber,
Nicole Francis Kirshner,
Rida Rahman Khan,
John Shadi Khoury,
Sophia Sahain Kim,
Alexandria Taylor King,
James Maxwell Clavon,
Neil Kumar,
Rohini Manoj Kumar,
Jacob Lamansingh,
Patrick Llewellyn Langan,
Audrey Gabrielle Lee,
Destiny Ambria Lee,
Margaret Grace Lee,
Charles Dye Lee,
Vivian Abigail Lee,
Carmen Victoria Lopez,
Jacob Sumayo Lozano,
Ileana Nicole Luna,
Ethan Kendall McIsaac,
Lakitha Manchikanti,
Andrew Bakarong Moran,
Jacob William Mark,
Skylar James Mazza,
Caleb Eric McCown,
Alicia Grace McKilvery,
Sierra Nicole McKenzie,
Carl Anthony McClendon,
Dylan Connor Mendoza,
Kavya Menon,
Juan Menorius Hardin,
Elijah Jamal Michael,
Leonardo Morales Miklat III,
Ali Sajad Militar,
Abigail Kaylin Miller,
Alfred Miller V,
Jean Layla Elizabeth Miller,
Daniel Kimathi Mitu,
Cody Alexander Montz,
Lucas William Moore,
Ashita Mamareddy,
Brendan John Murphy,
Veronica Julienne Navarro.
Ahmed Abdel Nasser Nazar.
Tan Tijuan Huynh.
Jesse Ton Win.
Gannon Cooper Nolan.
Jordan Ria Corinne Noel.
Zampara Reddy Nalapatla.
Nicole Alexandra Nunez.
Haley Grace Oglesby.
Zachary Robert O'Brien.
Maida Elena Oliva.
Madeline Grace Okinaka.
Serena Renee Bradfield Olson.
Raymond Leslie Oliver III.
Gabrielle Nicole Origlio.
Annalisa Christina O'Neill.
Alfred Dylan Hernandez Ortiz III.
Logan Mateo Ortega.
Vincien Gayoma Pagayan.
Mitchell Neil Owens.
Mansi Rajesh Kumar Patel.
Harshal Vijay Patel.
Cyrus Emmanuel Paul.
Vinay Patel.
John Rajiv Pereira.
Siri Chandana Pedanini.
Casey Claire Peterson.
Priyanka Parasetla.
Troy James Phillips.
Duong Pham.
Alyssa Alfonso Petrie.
Mylissa O'Shea Pinkney.
Allison Nicole Powell.
Aaliyah Elise Cuenca Poan.
Alexis Nicole Prince.
Gianna Tate Presto.
Joseph Cameron Popolo.
Michael Runfe Pu.
Miori Mama Rambella Aricelo.
Jennifer Rayanne Quick.
Saksham Rathor.
Jenna Marie Ramirez.
Quinn Palmer Reish.
Imad Syed Raza.
Alexander James Rocha.
Nicole Ashley Robinson.
Kyla Danielle Rodriguez.
Daniela Rodriguez Guerrero.
Hannah Margaret Rosenblum.
Christina May Rogers.
Robert Lee Rowe IV.
Sarah Elizabeth Rosenblum.
Gam Hong San.
Emma Nicole Salati.
Charu Sankar Ganesh.
Nomi San.
Rachel Ann Scheck.
Harrison Shays Santiago.
Samuel John Schutz.
Brittany Marie Schrader.
Sapanit Jonathan Seek.
Amaya Sindaya.
Parth Shaw.
Jenna Siho.
Muhib Ahed Sheikh.
Christopher John Shami.
Papatunde Oyayeme Shofolu.
Michael Guang Shi.
Melissa Megan Sihachek.
Connor Ryan Schrader.
Asta Sinha.
Alexis June Singleton.
Sarah Elizabeth Smathers.
Branyan Leander Skinner.
Deira Leanne Smith.
Cole William Smith.
Nathan Wakefield Snow.
Gabriel Peter Smythurst.
Diego Saruco.
Neha Sohoni.
Sasha Stadnick.
Lohith Shrisai Shrikakalapu.
Mackenzie Jade Starling.
Taylor Michelle Stair.
Cora Danette Strigler.
Katie Lynn Stewart.
Vaishnavi Saren.
Amy Boyasu.
Maggie Yi Tu.
Mary Sila.
Kennedy Felicia Towns.
Nora Alan Hasib Tor.
Graham Patrick Vaith.
Anthony Jonathan Tulip.
Kavitha Vudatha.
Jesserex Laxina Valencia.
Jordan Lee Webster.
Vivian Andrea Wagner.
Trevor Michael Wentworth.
Sydney Sumner Welchens.
Elias Burns Wiley.
Hannah Grace Whitley.
Bryce Alden Williams.
Maya Burns Wiley.
Victoria Venetta Williams.
Jackie Andrea Williams.
Samuel Austin Woods.
Zaria Christina Womack.
Alexis Nicole Wright.
David Christopher Wren.
Stanley Haomiao Yang.
Dahlia Rabluski.
Max Ryan Zhang.
Dana Michelle York.
Catherine Grace Wall.
Kelsey Edna Zhu.
Brian Wei Tu. Christina Jingjing Liao. Caroline Cecilia Rogers. Caitlin Ann Wiegert. Abdullah Muhammad Kokar. And Jackson Jean Kelly.
Graduates, please rise. Now, class of 2019, join us as we move our tassels from right to left, signifying that we are graduates. Congratulations, graduates. Please remain standing, and guests, will you also rise and join us in the singing of the alma mater and remain standing at your seats for the recessional. Mr. Peters will direct the band and choir to begin playing the alma mater. At the end, the band will segue into the recessional.